So you're packing up for a move. You've got boxes everywhere, a million things on your mind, and honestly, dealing with utility companies is probably the very last thing you want to think about. Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're going to take that whole bureaucratic headache of setting up your electricity and flip it into a super easy, totally stress-free checklist. Because let's be real, moving is a beast. Hauling furniture, the endless unpacking, it's exhausting. But you know what the absolute worst case scenario is? Finally getting your couch in the door, ordering a well-deserved pizza, and then realizing you're sitting in the dark because you completely forgot to turn on the power. Yeah, no, we are going to make absolutely sure that does not happen to you. The great news here, if you're moving into the Seattle area, you're actually in really good hands. Seattleite is this massive, publicly owned utility that serves over 1 million customers. And the coolest part? They are a huge leader in renewable energy. Literally, almost 100% of the electricity they provide is totally carbon-free, coming mostly from hydropower, so you can actually feel pretty good about flipping that light switch. Okay, let's dive into this. Here's our roadmap for today. We're going to cover what to do before you apply, a quick step-by-step setup guide, fees and special cases, some common challenges and how to fix them, tips to actually lower your bill, and finally, a quick disclaimer. All right, Section 1, before you apply. First things first, we got to get straight on who is actually responsible for what, because there's a huge difference between renters and property owners here. If you're renting, your job is usually pretty simple. Just set up an electric account in your name with Seattleite. But if you just bought the place, you've got a bit more on your plate. Only owners can set up the water, sewer, and garbage, and that's actually handled by a totally separate group called Seattle Public Utilities. Okay, grab your phone, because this is a highly screenshotable moment. To get this done fast, you're going to want to gather these exact items right now. You need your full legal name and contact info, your new address, and hey, really double check your apartment number if you have one. That's a super common mistake. Your desired service start date, and a government-issued photo ID. Having the whole shebang ready before you start is going to save you so much time. Moving right along to Section 2, Step-by-Step Setup Guide. So the actual digital setup is just 3 incredibly simple steps, and this brilliantly illustrates how seamless the portal really is. Step 1, you just go to myutilities.seattle.gov. Step 2, create your online profile. And Step 3, you just complete a quick identity verification powered by Equifax. The whole thing is completely self-serve and super fast. Now hold up a second, because I know seeing the word Equifax probably just spiked your blood pressure. Take a breath. This is just required by the Federal FACT Act to stop identity theft and fraud. The system asks you a few multiple-choice security questions based on consumer data. This is strictly to prove you are who you say you are. It is definitely not a request for credit, it is not a hard pull, and I promise it won't impact your credit score at all. Okay, let's hit Section 3, Fees and Special Cases. Get ready for some actual good news. Unlike a lot of private utility companies out there, Seattleite does not, I repeat, does not, require a big upfront security deposit for standard residential service, which is huge for your moving budget. There is just a standard $16 administrative setup fee. And you don't even pay that upfront, it just goes towards setting up your account and gets automatically tacked onto your first bill. So the crucial point is, you might not even have to lift a finger for this. In a few special edge cases, somebody else actually handles the connection for you. Like if you're buying or selling a house, your escrow company almost always handles the utility transfer. Renting in a big apartment building, the property managers often use a landlord portal to just flip the power over automatically. And if it's a brand new construction, that requires specific capacity routing with the engineers. So definitely double check with your landlord or escrow agent before you do anything. Section 4. Common challenges and solutions. So what does this all mean if things don't go perfectly? This is probably the #1 pain point we see. What if you're, say, brand new to the country or a total beginner to renting, and that automated Equifax system we talked about just straight up rejects you or can't generate the security questions? It's annoying for sure, but there is a very clear plan B. If the online system fails, they actually can't open your account over the phone, just for security reasons. The direct fix here is that you literally have to visit one of Seattle's walk-in centers, like the Seattle Municipal Tower, in person. You just walk in, show a representative your government-issued photo ID, and they will manually verify who you are and open the account right there. But if you hit basically any other roadblock, the Seattleite phone support team is a fantastic resource. You can just call them at 206-684-3000, Monday through Friday, 7:30 a.m. to 6 p.m.
And this is a really great feature. If English isn't your first language, just call that number, state your preferred language in English, and they will hook you up with a free interpreter who can help you sort out any kind of manual application or paperwork. All right, Section 5, and everybody's favorite, tips to lower your bill. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is how the billing actually works. Seattle's Citylight uses a time-of-use rate structure, which basically just means the price you pay literally depends on the time of day you use the power. See those peak hours? Monday through Saturday, 5 p.m. to 9 p.m., that is when power is the most expensive. But look at off-peak. From midnight to 6 a.m. every single day, plus all day on Sundays and holidays, electricity is dirt cheap. By simply shifting heavy energy stuff, like running your dishwasher or doing laundry, to off-peak hours or Sundays, you can absolutely slash your costs. And beyond just changing when you do laundry, there are a few other absolute game changers. If your household is on a limited income, you have to look into the utility discount program. It offers massive financial relief if you're eligible. Also, once you're all set up, go ahead and enroll in e-billing and autopay so you never miss a payment or get hit with a late fee. You can also check out their home energy efficiency rebates for upgrades like heat pumps, or even join the Green Up program to help fund local renewable energy projects. Finally, Section 6, Disclaimer. Because we're talking about city regulations, you know things can change. The information, fees, and procedures we've covered in this explainer are accurate as of August 11, 2026, but it is always a smart move to verify the current details directly on the official myutilities.seattle.gov portal, or just give them a quick call to check for any policy updates before your big move. So, are you ready to power up your new Seattle home? When you have the right documents in hand and a basic grip on how the billing works, getting the lights turned on might honestly be the easiest part of your entire move. And knowing you're tapping into one of the greenest power grids in the country, that's just a huge bonus. So what are you going to do with all that cash you save by shifting your heavy power usage to off-peak hours? Drop your moving stories or any lingering questions you still have down in the comments so we can build a community of support. Thanks so much for learning with me on this explainer, and we will catch you next time.